Working on the planter, getting her set up. We need a tractor, so they're figuring out everything that we need for. We're getting ready to swing her around and unhook her because we got to use a tractor for something else. We're going to bring her in the shop, fold her open a little bit and unhook her so that we can still work on her while she's unhooked. It's cold up here today, so that's why I got my hood and everything up. Unfold her, unhook her, and that way we can use a tractor and still work on the planter at the same time. So that's the plan. she is unhooked. O-ring needs to be replaced. That's what they're going to do. A seal, anything, whatever. They're going to make sure they run to what it says they're supposed to run. So, and they're getting all new line to run out of the red ball. They're going to put all new lines to each one. That way we don't have two different connections that might leak. We're just going to have one straight line to the main connection. She does have shutoffs for her fertilizer, so she'll shut 4 sections off on swath control. So that works perfect. And then she's got swath control built into her for the seed too. But that right there is a big time money saver right there on everything. She'll shut it off just like the seed is. So there it is looking like. Good morning. So John Deere came down yesterday. As you saw probably early in the video, we got the planter semi unfolded. I don't think the shop's wide enough to unfold it all the way. Well, it probably is, but with all the stuff up against the edges, can't get it unfolded. So they came down, they got took all the row units off. As you can see, they're all going. They got a tester over at their location. They put it on the tester with some corn, make sure everything's running smooth, that they need to repair anything, just to make sure they're all consistent rows. We plant right around 34,000, so they make sure everything runs right at that level, what we're going to do. We figured out how much hose we need to hook the 2x2 up, because it's a new system on here. So we could use the old hose, but then we would have 2 connections if we did that, and then you got 2 chances of leaks. So we're just going to run all new hose down to 1 connection, and so if something leaks, it's coming out of 1 spot, not 2. Other than that, what else did he do? I don't know. He just is down here, pen and paper, figuring out everything he needs. He said everything will be in Thursday, and he's going to come down Thursday and get rolling on it. So yeah, and we got to replace this arm right here. They're going to bring that, get that replaced. It is 26 degrees today. Yesterday was the first day of spring. I'm glad we got this big girl. Yesterday was the first day of spring. Yesterday was like 29, today's 26. It's ridiculous how cold it is. So, but yeah, she's gonna, starting Thursday, she's gonna be all put together. We did unhook the tractor because we needed it for one of the spreaders. So they're gonna be down here working while we're spreading, because we got to spread Thursday, Friday, and they're going to be getting this thing right here ready. And hopefully by the time I get done spreading Friday, unhook the tractor, hook her back up. As long as it's warm enough, we're going to put water in the tank and test all the 2x2s out, the rib balls, make sure everything works, go through it, hook it up. We got to hook all the hoses up. I'll show you. We got a 1790 that has a lot of connections, but damn, this thing right here has got, she seems like she's got more hoses than her 1790 does. But I think 2 of them, I think the reason is, I think there's just 2 more, because it runs the pump on her, and being it's a hydraulic pump, that way I can change my rates on the go. And I do like that, because you know, I come to a sand hill, I might not want to put 20 gallons to her. I might just want to put 12, because it's not going to do much air anyway on some of the sand. So that's nice, save a little bit. She does have shutoffs on the 2x2. She has 4 section shutoff. So like swath control, she will shut the 2x2 off as I'm coming to my headlands where I've already planted. That's a big saver of nitrogen right there also. So that makes me very happy. And it has a foot pedal that goes on it in the tractor, so I can just shut it off when I don't want it on anyway. But yeah, should be coming along come Thursday, Friday. I'll be showing you all the connections, all the hookups, how we did it, and starting to get a little excited. It's getting closer and closer and closer. We just got to warm up, of course, but it is what it is. All right, good afternoon. We have got the turbo tail hooked up, and we took 4 sections of weights off because if you can remember in the previous videos, we kept blowing tires. So we took the weights off. My brother's making some brackets. We left 2 sections on in the center, did center of her. And we're going to weld some brackets because when you take the whole rack off, or we took the 2 in the back rack and the 2 in the front rack and left the center rack, the 2 centers, but they'll slide. So what we did is we're cutting some angles and we're going to weld them like braces so they can't move. And I'll show you. And we got both 8335Rs hooked up to the manure spreaders, got them ready to go because we are going to start spreading, I think Thursday when we're going to start spreading with them. So we got them done. Dad's on the excavator at the new farm still. We got the big girl hooked up to the turbo till. We're getting her ready to work some chicken manure in when we get going. And we just got a couple fields where we had cleaned out around the ditches and leveled a bunch of dirt that we want to clean up real nice and level with this thing. So yeah, so here I'll show you the weights. So this is the weights that's on her. So there's 2 stacks here. There was 2 stacks that went across here and 2 stacks that went across back there. We're going to leave these. We're putting them in the center. Of course, they do need weight to get in the ground, but what we're going to do is just make her go a little bit deeper, just adjust her up on the depth side of it. And this would be the last year on these blades. I think these blades are about shot. So last year on these, and then we will be rebuilding her all the way around. New fingers got this year life left, and that's it. Some of them are long, some of them are shorter, but yeah, after this season she's getting a rebuild job, but should make it easier on her tires anyway with all this weight on her. Oh, look, there's the star of the show. Who are you talking to? I'm talking to your fan base. I'm talking to Sheila. She watches you.
Hey.
Good.
Hey, Sheila.
Say hey, Sheila.
Hey, Sheila.
I already got him on this side.
We're looking for a corgi. Anybody got a corgi?
Here you go. He's going to weld them on there to lock it. What are you looking for?
A corgi.
What's a corgi, a dog?
Yeah.
They're looking for a corgi if anybody has one. And we got the planter in here, got her unhooked. John Deere came down today. We got to replace this arm where it's bent. We found out that this thing right here is bent. See it? So we got to straighten that up. And then the rest of it is just hooking the lines up to everything. We took all the row units off and John Deere took them. They got a machine over there that they put them on, and to make sure everything's right and they're adjusted right. So they wanted to do that, they want to make sure every row unit is perfect. So they took them off, took them over there, and I think they said it'd be about 2 days before all the parts come in for the planter. So they figure in them 2 days they were going to run all the units. They got a test machine over there, and if they need to be adjusted or something, O-ring needs to be replaced. Show you a little Big Lou action. Got this whole side done, all the way around that side. Now we're doing this side. at the boy go. Look at him go. He don't like no trees overhanging no field, that's for sure. Yeah, I'd call that a heck of a tree stump right there. Holy shit. There's the hole. We getting this baby. She's getting out of here. Biggest tree stump I've ever seen. Yeah, we're moving her. Got the excavator on the other side. All right, I figured I would bring you out here where it's a little downtime and show you the Vetch and how it is really taking off big time. We got to spread manure tomorrow. They're cleaning out chicken houses, so got to be there tomorrow. Got everything done, set up. So now it's just a waiting game. The cylinder on the excavator busted yesterday, the big one on the arm. So we took that over to a hydraulic company. They're probably going to make one in the machine shop because nobody has one in America. There's two in Germany. America doesn't supply or have anything for any American nowadays. It's so sad. So I figured I'd come show you the Vetch to end the video, so here it is. It's starting to grow pretty good. Here's my boot, and as you can see, it goes down in there pretty good. But it looks really, really good. So I'm hoping to at least get 100 pounds of nitrogen. They say if you let it grow and plant in it right before it flowers, it'll give you 180 pounds. I don't know much about it, but it has really come on beautiful, beautiful. Looks really good. This is what it looks like. Got a little bit of wheat mixed in with it. So, but it goes all the way around to the front of the farm. There's the back. Then it goes all the way to the front up there, but we're hoping that it does good this year. 108-day seed consultant corn is going to go here. Like I said, I don't know much about Vetch, but what they told us to do is plant in it green, and then the minute I get done planting each farm, because we have Vetch on several different farms, to come right in here with Roundup and 2,4-D and hit it with a good shot, and that'll kill it. So we'll see if that works or not. I will say one thing I noticed. The Vetch looks way better. We disted this ground because it's a little uneven, so we brought the disc in and disted it and leveled it. Then we spun the Vetch, and then we worked it in real light with the turbo till. And some of the ground that we got over on the other farms, we just broadcasted over the bean ground when we cut it. When we cut the beans, we broadcast it over and then turboed it up, and it doesn't look as good. There's spots of real good Vetch, and then there's spots where the Vetch doesn't look as thick or as good, like it didn't germinate very well. I'm thinking you need to disc it and get it dirt, and then spin the Vetch, and then just lightly turbo it in. It seems like it did a lot better here. More of it germinated and did a lot better when you spun it over dirt instead of just on top of, residue and then turboed it in. It's doing a lot better. I mean, it's tall now, but we're probably thinking waist high, hopefully, maybe knee high, but we're hoping it gets waist high, and then I can, plan into it. Probably be the second week of April, as long as we don't get any cold spells, and try it out, see what the growth is on it then. But hoping it works out this year, because the price of nitrogen and everything, we're trying to get natural nitrogen. to help out instead of always buying it. But we'll see. I mean, I hope it works, because I'd like to do a cover crop like this every year for corn. There are some other ground that really needs something like this that we cut the wheat beans off of, and we didn't put anything on it because it was past the date for cover crop. I don't understand why the government has a cutoff date. If they think that cover crop is beneficial, why not wait until let people get even their late beans out? And because people put cover crop on bean ground around here, like after corn, they'll spread their cover crop and then they put beans in it the following year. That's good, but I also want cover crop on my corn ground. You know, and most of our corn ground is what comes from the late wheat beans. When we harvest that, that's what goes back into corn the following year. You know, if the government thinks that cover crop's beneficial, why have a cutoff date? Why not just let a farmer get all his crops out, put the cover crop in, and we do have warm days later, you know, in the year after the crops are harvested, the cover crop will come up. It makes no sense why they do that. I don't understand why they do it, but it's the government, so how are you supposed to understand anything? So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you it's coming up. I mean, it's a pretty field, looks really good. And this is probably going to be the back part here. I'm going to make this part. I'm going to get into the contest this year, the National Corn Growers Association, because I want to see what I can do with my yield. Back part of this farm is really good dirt. Front part's a little bit more clayish. Back part is really good dirt. And I'm planning on entering at least the back part of this in a contest. I think I'm going to do 3 contest entries. I think you can do as much as you want, but I think it'll get me, my dad, my brother, and I think they got to be different names though. But I'm going to do 3 different entries on 3 different farms, and we're going to see what yields we can get off of them. I don't know what a lot of these guys, I think it's 10 acres. You got to do at least 10 acres. I don't know what a lot of these guys get or what they put down as far as seed count and chemicals, fertilizer, all that to get these high yields, but we're going to try it on 10 acres here, 10 acres there, and 10 acres somewhere else and see what we can do. I tried it this year, so I don't know. We'll see. If anybody has any ideas or recommendations, then leave it in the comments. I would appreciate it, but definitely going to try it. We're going to try some decob, some AgriGold, and some seed consultant in the contest and see what it does. I do got some Pioneer 115 day. Might try that too, so we'll see. But anyway, see you in the video. Like, subscribe, share, tell people, watch. Things are just starting to roll as far as, you know, equipment moving, and you know, wintertime's boring, you don't see a lot, but things are just going to start rolling here soon, so you'll start seeing more. So just keep watching. See ya.